Good morning, YouTube. Sunday morning. Relaxing day today. Some people have to work once too often, working on a Sunday, but not today. Today is a day of rest, and so I'm only going for a very quick walk today with the dogs. I'm not going miles and miles like I usually do. So, welcome if you're going to join me. If you're not, well, that's okay as well. It is coming to you from Leningrad oblast. This is just outside St. Petersburg, about 12 kilometers. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to like and subscribe. You don't even have to like, just subscribe. And hopefully get something from me, some bit of information or some new insights into Russia. Something you've not seen, something you didn't know maybe. Some stereotypes that I can maybe dismiss and stop. A lot of stereotypes about Russia, a lot of mistruths, or just downright lies. So, good morning, whoever's online. Welcome to Leningrad Oblast in Russia. A lot of this untruths and nonsense spread about Russia. So I'm just trying to help stop that. Maybe in my small way. I'm only one tiny YouTuber with one tiny channel. So I'm not sure exactly what I can do, but show you something of life here. Something of life in a small settlement just outside of St. Petersburg is Leningrad Oblast, although most people would say, oh, it's St. Petersburg. It's not, it's actually outside, it's Leningrad Oblast, but that's where we are, out with the dogs. There's Jackie Chan. Yeah. And there's Articulated, the fox face and wolf face. Jackie Chan, he's a Volker sub. So he's part wolf, part dog, about 25% wolf. Well, what breed of type of wolf, I do not know. And what percentages, who knows. Genetics in it, you never know. God knows what they're. There is a chat here. And I haven't seen it. If you want to say hello, say hello. I will answer questions. It takes a little while for it to come through to me. For some reason, it takes about 5 minutes for the chat to pop up in this streaming software. I think basically I'm streaming into YouTube via this software, and then YouTube sends you type on YouTube kind of thing, and it sends it back to me. So it's a kind of a two-way street, but become active for whatever reason, unsure. But it's a lovely forest here. I'm under no illusions that this is a fake forest. Not fake, it's real, as in the wood's real, right? Trees are real. But it is a fake forest. This is industrial land, and it is designed for housing. It was set aside for housing, and eventually it will be housing here. This forest will disappear completely. It will. I mean, like this here was supposed to be a road. Of course, it's not. And this dead ahead was supposed to be a road, and it's not. So, but it eventually will all become. You can see. I mean, look, house down there. Then you got plot, 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 plot. We're out to corner road, plot, 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 kind of way. And down the other side as well, plot, 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 plot. A road there, plot, 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 another road. So it will all disappear eventually. Whether it be in my lifetime or not, I don't know. There's been a lot of problems with this land. Yeah, there has been problems with this land. It wasn't designated in the correct category, basically. Or they gave permission to build, but it wasn't in the correct category. So it's been up and down as to how the legalities of it all work. It's been a bit of a struggle to get it all sorted out. We're kind of now sorted out now. We're registered, or we will be very shortly. But yeah, it was a bit of a problem, and now it's hopefully sorted out. Of course, when settlements like this, the issues are sorted out around land ownership and all that kind of stuff. Very complex here. Once all that's sorted out, then you have the people, the residents, elect a president or a presidatal, so a small president, if you like, of the area, and that president then takes control of finances for the settlement, like depending on the category of land, depending whether the government pays the roads or the settlement pays the roads, and things like that. So once the presidatals all that sorted out, then either the residents collectively pay for infrastructure or the government pays for infrastructure. So complex topic to talk about. If anybody does want to know about that kind of living, give me a shout, and I will try and answer as best as possible. But it's something. If anybody's moving to Russia or is thinking about emigrating to Russia, there's a lot of Americans coming over at the moment. There's a heck of a lot. I mean, we're into the thousands emigrating over here now. So they obviously need to know these things of how the legalities work here. Very complex, especially if you can't speak Russian, or even if you can speak Russian like me, but you can't read it and write it, then it becomes very difficult. So being lingual is not just speaking; it's also the reading and writing of it as well. So legal speak is always complex in any language, and in English it's blooming difficult. That's why you have solicitors and stuff, so they deal with all that. But if you're doing it in Russian, it's another world. So coming here and buying land in the wrong category, just because somebody says, "Oh yeah, it's great, it's all going to be sorted out in a week," and you've got to be really on the ball when knowing what you're doing, where you're doing it, and make sure you don't get caught out in a nasty trap, which we haven't done, but it was a close call. We were close call. This land is designated in, and because of that, they weren't willing to register the houses. So because it's not the correct category, you can build, but you can't register it. So it was a bit of a struggle there. So now that's been resolved, and the land category hopefully will be changed before too long. Not if it's in my lifetime or not, but it also brings its changes when you're coming to an area. It's a forest area, and you think, "Oh, this is great, I want to live in the forest," and then you realise that actually, although it's forest, and one house here on this street, ours down there, and a neighbour, you think, "Oh, this is idyllic, great place to live in the forest, nobody to bother you," and then you realise actually once this category of land has changed and the house is registered and a presidatal is elected, then things will change, because he then will, any plots that don't belong to anybody, those plots can be sold by the presidatal, the administration of the area, and those plots can be sold off at a huge profit. He obviously gets a commission for that, and the money is then put into the infrastructure. So, say if these plots up here don't belong to anybody, actually, they belong to government, he will have the right to sell those, and those will go for around about here. This area, these could go as much as 7 or 8 million per plot, depending on the size. Now, if you can imagine, that will then pay for these roads, all the kind of infrastructure they would expect. So anybody migrating to Russia, coming into new settlements, unless you are willing to wait for the infrastructure, it may be many years. I mean, we're 15 years in, we're on an electric not many years ago. So unless you're willing to wait, then you really need to be careful what you're doing, because forest. There's all kinds of damn things noising every day. Every bloody day. What's that? Thank God. So there are things that you would have to wait for, like I mean, basic things. My network transmission is a bit slow there, so I'll go back down again, but I'll stay away from that damn bloody sensor. There are things that you don't think about that you would need in an area like this, such as waste removal, you know, sewage removal, basic waste removal, you know, such as rubbish from the packaging and stuff, all that stuff. The roads, if they're not built, gas, heating, water. There's a whole things of that make it not easy if you're coming into an area like this for the first time. We came here, was us in the forest. It wasn't even electric. We were on solar and wind turbine. So we were literally off grid. Really were off grid here. And now there's electric here. So that took 7 years for us to get electric here. So you can imagine living on solar for 7 years. It wasn't fun, I can tell you. But we had solid fuel central heating. So that's all. The one good thing about things like solid fuel, if you want to live on a tight budget, I mean, these are building plots, so there's no restriction on coming down here and chopping these trees out and using them as firewood. Although we don't do that because we always like the forest, but like I said, I'm under no illusions there is building plots, and eventually it will be turned into housing, individual housing. So people building, and if you went, I have been up that way, but the signal is terrible up there. It's worse than down here. Up that way, that is all housed up there. The forest has disappeared completely up there. Main road, which is another 3 kilometres down there. We're in a block here of this forest, but it will disappear. It's you know, which is a shame because I like it here, but hence that's why we're moving to Novgorod. We're moving to Novgorod. We did buy a plot up there about 2 years ago. You can see it on my videos, and we've cleaned it off now, and I've put the foundation in the winter, and this summer I put up the base of the unit, the building, and the walls are all up now, internal walls as well. You can see that on my YouTube channel. You can see the progress there. There's one was released today, in fact, today's video, and there's another 6 or 7 in the pipeline that are released every 7 days on YouTube. So yeah, we're up in that area. It's very different. That is, we're into forest there. The land is the correct category. There's pre-existing gas there. There's pre-existing electric there, and there's central water there, which is really good. A lot of central water in Russia is drinkable, but wouldn't recommend it. It's kind of, yeah, you need to filter it out. Up in Novgorod, the water is mineral water, natural mineral water. Very, very different. Doesn't smell of chlorine or anything like that, and it's drinkable. So very different. A very nice place to live up there. I can't wait to go up there, honestly. Really. I don't know, my chat's not coming through. I'm sorry. If you're typing, I'm just going to... I've got gloves on, so take my gloves off and see if I can get it to go there. Text for chats. Let's type here. I'm sorry if it's not coming through. Hi, chat view. Sure, chat view. Let's try that. I'm sorry if the text hasn't, if you are typing and I haven't said hello. Ah, right, so something's come through, I've come through. So, okay, we're starting to come through now. He's on a secret recon mission. I think there are a group of Ukrainian terrorists behind that tree line. Imported babies. Oh, come on, really? Do you believe that? Do you think there's... as far as I know, I was watching the news... if you look at the British newspapers, they're now starting to put out stories about Zelensky's army all deserting. There's more deserters than they can take in, so come on. They are going against him now. Oh God. Send the BMPs. BMPs. Slava. Yeah. I'm joking. Enjoy your day. Are you enjoying this lake? He's gay anyway. I don't know what it is. He's certainly a drug addict. That's one thing. The car coming up there, up the road, up the first. Oh, that's my neighbour coming up. Actually, that's the neighbour that's coming up here. That's their house there. So let's go and a quick say hello. There's people in Decerebrate. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Decerebrate. Don't understand that word. I think you need to get your spell checker out there and check that word. Ah, yeah, that's it. That's Iga and Yulia. They're my neighbours. They live there. They don't live there permanently. It's only there somehow it's a dacha. So I think he's had an accident. His bumper's missing. He's been in an accident. Oh! Что случилось?
Долбались.
Кто?
Автобус.
Автобус?
Стал поворачивать и снес там было. Ты завтра дома?
Ой. Oh. Bit of an accident. А, это будет дорого.
Слушай, ты мне туда завтра притащу, припаяешь.
Можно?
Такую штуку.
Это, да, это туманка, да?
Да.
Туманка.
Надо
Да, да.
порвало, надо припаять.
Да, новый фиттинг надо, наверное.
Да нет, у меня есть он.
Да?
Да, надо просто как-то припаять.
Да. Да, конечно, можно.
Ну что ты там, покажешь репортажи?
Да, да.
Ты не промок, что-то, смотри.
Нет, сухой.
Такой?
Да, да.
Стой, стой, стой.
О, как может быть?
Говорит, что делать, может.
О, болит, не?
Да он биг, на остановку пошел, и засандалил меня.
А, да?
Ну,
Сволочь. Автобус, они не думают, просто все.
да.
А не будет платить.
Нет, конечно.
А?
Не знаю, сомневаюсь. Что
Не знаю, что, да?
Но мы сами послезавтра нам все поставят. Ну, правда, это не в цвет, но не важно. Еще вот это, видишь, вот самое главное, там все замяло, мне, чему крыло крепится. Бля.
Да. Не просто.
Ну да.
Да, жалко. Новая машина почти.
Не говори. Ну ладно, завтра я к тебе заеду, переварим.
Да, без проблем.
Где Ленка-то?
Спит. Спит.
А что ты нашу машину-то не снял?
Какой? Да, все, живой.
Фотографировал, нет?
Не. Не. So, no, I'm not stuck. It's my neighbours. They had a minor accident. He asked me to fix his tumanka, which is the fog light, has been. All right, we're starting with the old flags, are we? Let's. Here we go. Time out. Okay, if we're going to start with the old Slav nonsense, you go straight to the timeout gulag, where you'll have electrodes placed onto your nipples and you'll be electrified there. So don't do it. Hey, you can't park there, mate. Oh, you can't park there. You're too right, you can't. Catastrophe. Yeah. He's a liar and a thief, Zelensky. He's telling me. Zelensky's. Yeah. Whatever. Yeah. So anyway, what was I saying? I was telling a story about this land here. This land lag. What's actually the problem? I don't know. They had an accident. So I'll tell you about this land here. So this is a fake forest. It's not real. It is real, as in there's real trees growing, but it is building plots and it will disappear over time. It'll be completely sold out eventually, and it'll all disappear. So over to Novgorod, where we're going, the forest will stay. It's where I bought my plot. We're on the first plot kind of thing on the block, and it'll be the last plot. It was a program. It was basically land that was given to young couples. So if you were a young family, say, and you just had a kid, they would give you a plot of land. The government gives you a plot of land free under rental conditions of it's like 200 rubles a month, something, or less, 100 rubles a month, whatever it is, tiny amount, $1 a month or whatever it was, to let rent. And the idea is that you build a house on there within 10 years or 20 years, again, 10-year thing. And once you build a house, then you register it and it becomes subsistence, which means you then own the land completely. It becomes your land. So that's what we've done. We didn't go through that program. Somebody else who got that program then got the land from the government and then sold off their tenancy to us. We bought the tenancy and that'll be registered to us. So it's I really like Novgorod. I can't wait to show you up there next summer. Hopefully I'll do a lot of, well, I'm obviously going to be busy with the build, but I am going to take it a bit easier next summer because this summer was a bit crazy on it, and apparently I've had some kind of mini stroke. So I'm going to take it a little bit easier now, not try and kill myself building the bloody house. So don't really want to drop dead just yet. I'd rather wait a while. Back with the propaganda. Oh, Gothic bad boy. Yes. Nice deal to get the land. Yeah, it is a good deal. There's lots of deals like that around, and there's kind of government incentives where they give land. I mean, this was again the same kind of thing. This was actually officers returning from the Afghan war. They were given this land, so it's called Officers Town, if you like, Officerski Selo. So this is exactly what this was. Same kind of deal. Build in 10 years, and then you registered yourself. We obviously bought the land from somebody else. Not in there. Who's winning the war? Well, not Ukraine. If you haven't been following the news, I don't know what news you're getting in the West. I'll give you a quick war update, just so that you know the facts as I get them here. Obviously, I've got better contacts than the West. From what I can see, the soldiers from Ukraine are deserting on a epic scale. They're snatching people off the street, and those people who don't want to fight, and they're actually deserting. There's like 250,000 a month now. It's crazy numbers. The other news is that Pokrovsk and the other place I've forgotten has been now completely encircled. There's 10,000 Ukrainian troops trapped in a encirclement in Ukraine. They've banned all foreign journalists going in. They've banned all journalists going in there, or the Ukrainian government has, because it's a huge embarrassment. But it looks like 10,000 Ukrainian troops are going to be taken either dead or alive. One way they're going to lose it. So very difficult situation for them, and of course for the deniers and people who think that Ukraine is winning. Yeah, okay, you're on fantasy island, obviously. But I don't. I mean, I just don't know how long this war's going to drag on. Eagerly waiting for an end to it, and for ceasefire. I really thought Trump was going to do it. I thought Trump coming into power, he would really do something and get a peace agreement, but he seems to have failed. So, yeah, what a shame. But yeah, are there any Muslims in the chat? Oh, you're not starting with that, are you? Now you're on about blacks yesterday. Now you're on about Muslims. So that's a crazy thing. Just so anybody doesn't dispel it. I'm not staying out here long. I'm not staying out long out here today. I am on a Sunday. It is a day of rest. I'm only walking the dogs quickly, and then come on. I'm doing a quick walk and a quick live, and then I'm going in to sit by the fire for the rest of the day and malinger. I've got a friend's TV to fix, and then I've got my own van to fix, but we'll see what happens. Very, very tired after my mammoth walking sessions around the town, around St. Petersburg, and I guess I didn't realise how much the actual building in Novgorod had taken out of me. I've had some kind of small mini stroke, I suppose you'd call it, so I've got to watch myself so I don't drop down dead. My wife says I'm not allowed to die. When Obama was president, Russia asked to join NATO. Obama refused, and then Biden refused and let Ukraine join NATO, which was, in my opinion, a big reason why Russia was at war. Well, Ukraine is not in NATO. They keep going on about it, but NATO doesn't want them, basically. I can't continue this topic. The giant Janie. I don't know what you mean by that. Ukraine's not in NATO. Probably will never ever be in NATO. They might get into the EU, but the EU doesn't want them either. They're making basically there's countries that have been waiting to get into the EU for years, like Turkey and places like that. They're going to let Ukraine in, who obviously their economy is in deficit. Their legislation and corruption is beyond anything that would be allowed into the EU. So other countries that were waiting are now complaining, you know, saying, how could you let Ukraine into the EU when you're not letting places like Turkey in? Ukraine is just absolutely full of corruption. I mean, it's just up in bloody in Mexico, you know, with the armed gang delivering and Stinger missiles. I mean, what the hell? That's not just the missiles, but the launches, the whole shebang, you know. And they can't say it hasn't come from Ukraine because all these things have got serial numbers stamped all over them. They know exactly where they've come from. You know, weapons are in the military are very tightly controlled. I mean, I was in the army, you know. Everything's got a serial number on it, everything. You know, even like anything you think of, it's got a serial number on it, and it's all ready. I can't say it hasn't come from there because they know exactly where it's come from. They can track it. So yeah, no point in denying it really. Look at that big puddle. So I'm only going to walk up here, then I'm walking back, and that's my lot for today. I'm not going to do a lot of spieling, but I wanted to talk about this forest today because it, like I said, it is going to disappear. What I'm hoping to do next week is get the van back on the road. Then I'll go out and do some live streaming around in different places apart from some small settlements around and about the country. Within Leningrad oblast, show you some of the places. I'm hoping to go to Sistrets and do live streaming from down there, which is very nice. And then where else can I go? To Lomonosov maybe. So down to Lomonosov and do some live streaming from there, show you that place. And a bit around about the place, you know, Pushkin maybe. So there's lots of places to do live streaming from, to show you different parts, different settlements, different small towns and things, rather than just the forest, walking up and down with the dog. Is that private road or public road? Looks like it needs some filling in holes. Andy Pandy, how to plan to fight off a bear? There's no bears in this forest. I'm sorry to disappoint you. There's none. With me, if a bear came here, but it won't happen, but if in the remote 1,000,000% chance possibility that a bear turned up here, I would run like Olympic runner. That's what I say about that. Is that private road or public road? Looks like it needs some filling in of holes. Sondres, right, so in a new settlement like this, what happens is once it's kind of established, and this is not fully established yet, a local president or a local leader is elected, presidential in fact. Once he's elected, then plots that are unused or unsold, he then takes control of those and sells them, and the money from that is put into the roads, and these will all be repaired. But basically, it's a private road, yeah. It's not open to the public. You can see where we've got down there. Don't see down there. There's a gate. It's a gated community, so it is a private road. and there's no houses. This bit here, I mean, I live down there, and with that alarm going off, it's my neighbour. One house here, so yeah, it's a private road, and it's a private road, but it's a public road. It's a strange thing to explain, but yeah. I've got gloves on, and can't move the text around while I've got gloves on, so I can't see. So let me just scroll here a minute. Did they ban American products in Russia? And what was your favourite if you had some? Bohan. No American products were not banned here and at all. I mean, my favourite American product, I don't know, I'm English. American products, as in food products, I don't know. I mean, there's lots of, like, you know, for candy, you know, confectionery, like, you know, Mars, bars and Twix and all, they're all American. So, yeah, I've got a bit of a sweet tooth. But no, nothing's been banned. It's just been, nothing's been banned from the Russian side, it's from the American side. So, but everything that was available is available again. It's just sourced from different places. So if America sells stuff to, say, Spain, and then Spain sells it off to Russia, so it just comes in a roundabout way. That's all. But yeah, there's nothing changed. When sanctions first hit, some brands disappeared, and like McDonald's and that. But really, the effect has been long time been rectified, and it's just acquiring the same goods from a different source. So, in fact, sanctions haven't touched anybody, really. I suppose the biggest effect on sanctions that I've noticed, probably, that tools were replaced with Chinese tools. So, like major brands like DeWalt and Bosch were replaced with Chinese brands. But now I've noticed that the brands are all back again. So, they're obviously sourcing them from somewhere else. Monster. Oh, that one. Oh, well, okay. Well, that bear's a secret bear, isn't it? I mean, for anyone who's not been to my channel, my secret bear will be appearing in videos other times. It's my personal bear. It was given to me when I got citizenship, and I have to feed him vodka. He's got mad eyes, apparently. But he will be making appearances in videos, but I haven't got him with me today. He's asleep. And I didn't want to wake him up. Sunday, innit? He's having his day off, so... seems moody, man. Is it cold? It's the calm before the winter comes. It's that moment. The leaves are all dropped now. I don't think there's any leaves left on any trees. Although it's cold. How's the quality of Chinese tools? Chinese tools. I did a video on a Chinese tool on one of my release videos. They're okay, they do the job, but professional tool. And the bolt that holds on the disc sheared off, and I was like, oh my god, while I was up in Novgorod building. And so I bought a cheap Chinese battery powered Makita copy, and it was just garbage basically. It does the job, but it doesn't stay. The bottom plate doesn't stay at 90 degrees. Doesn't matter how many times you tighten it and alter it, it just keeps on moving about. So the quality's not good. I've got a miter saw, Chinese miter saw, and that is good. It's plenty powerful, but again, the 90-degree problem, not accurate. There's like a copy. It's a copy of a Makita, and there's a pulley out bit on the back plate, and it was completely off. So I just smashed it off with a hammer. Now it's fine, but yeah. Not great. You mentioned Mars and Twix. What are Russian chocolate bars like? They're the same as anywhere else, really. There's so much of it. I mean, a lot of Russians with a sweet tooth. It's just vast amounts. What they have got in Russia is something that we don't have in the UK. Is their cream cakes are just out of this world. I can't explain it. I'd have to get one and show you. But there's just something out of this world. Good morning, beautiful Heather Burks. Hello, Heather Burks. Good morning to you, you lovely lady. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday, relaxing. I'm relaxing today. I'm not having a long live stream. It's only very short. I'm only taking the dogs out. I have been ordered to take it easy from now on from the missus, because I did have some kind of small mini stroke while I was in Novgorod. I didn't even realise. And so now I'm getting the consequences of that, as in tiredness and pain in my left arm, stuff like that. So I've got to take it easy. She said I'm not allowed to die until the house is completely built. Typical bloody woman. But there you go. So I'm only taking it easy today, and I'm not going to walk too far. I have been pushing the old live streams out and doing a lot of walking, and I've got to calm it down a bit, she says, or else if I don't die, she'll kill me. So there we go. No rest for the wicked. Yeah, no rest for the wicked. I don't know what I did in a former life. Must have been something better. But you got better. I don't think I'll get better. You don't get better from strokes. It does damage, and that's it. You then suffer with it. Or mini stroke. It's only a mini stroke, so I guess, you know, I had a partial slurred speech kind of thing. I didn't even realise, and we were watching videos back, and then you can see it then. But it's not a big deal. Just have to be a little bit careful. So I kicked the arse out of. I mean, I did. If you look at the building, I've done. I put that up in 41 days alone. So yeah, I really. Stupidly. Hope you feel better soon, or I hope you get better. So, if I was going to help you finish it, well, it's a long progress. It's something I'm doing very carefully. It takes time because obviously I'm filming it, and when you're filming something, it takes time because if you think about the filming angles and all that, you know. Obviously, I don't want to show all my errors. There's obviously plenty of errors, and I do show some, but not all. So you have to think about things like that, and there's all, you know, and just when you think you've got everything filming correct, then the wind starts up and it knocks the phone off the bloody stand, smashed the back of the phone once. So yeah, there's lots of things like that. It does take time, but I will get there. I will get there. The house will be finished up there. I've also got this house here, and which I built. This was built about 15 years ago, this house here. I'm not going to show it exactly because it can be geolocated, but yeah, doesn't take time. Claptars, if you're not a Putin fan. Salvador, you go to timeout gulag. Goodbye. Das vidanya. Hasta la vista. You won't be back. And doing it by itself, it does take time. It does take time. It's heavy work. So, like the timber had to be unloaded, then put under spaces to dry. All it has to be sprayed with antiseptic. Everything has to have a second coat of antiseptic. So, cut a piece of timber, cut it, or measure it, cut it, bring it into place, nail it in place, go back and repeat, kind of thing. And I guess some of the slowest parts actually are the fact that I'm following a detailed plan. I'm not. The first house I built, it was kind of off my head, and I didn't bother with a plan, which is okay. But in this case, I wanted a proper plan because, obviously, up where the law has changed since we built that place, and now you sort of have to show a proper plan. But I wanted it anyway, so and I'm not a designer. Building simple square buildings is one thing. When you've got to, I don't know if you've seen the. Well, you can see on this live stream, actually, probably most of it, there's a picture of what the house will look like when it's finished. The thumbnail there, that's kind of what it's going to be like. So it's to do that, it's kind of an engineering feat. That honestly, the engineers that design the architects that design these type of buildings are absolutely marvelous. They really are. I couldn't do it. So I'm building this. It's taking time because obviously I'm alone, and because of that I have to read the plan. Each piece has to be put in a special way, a certain size and all the rest of it, you know, in the exact spot where it's got to go. And then so yeah, and I'm also showing all that, you know. Why you don't like free speech, Wonder Girl? Why wouldn't I like? What is this not free speech? Do you mean why do I block people off who come up with Ukrainian flags and that, if you're talking about that? Because it spoils the chat. If you've got somebody asking you questions, you know, and you want to talk to me about life in Russia, what I'm showing, then you know, if you just write in Slavo-Ukrainian flag, it just spoils the chat. It just blocks it. It's just spam in the chat. So anybody who is interested in the live stream, it just spoils it for everybody. So in that way, yeah, I throw you in the gulag. It's pointless. You know, I could shout Slava Russia all day. Yes, it's so that's why they go to the gulag, because there's no point in doing it. As for filming the sky, I'm sorry I was filming the sky. I am not a professional YouTuber. This is only on a phone. So, but anyway, so hope you're having a wonderful day. I am going to end this. I said I was going to end it, and I am going to end it because, like I say, it's Sunday and I'm resting today and whatever. My wife is Russian. I visited her last year and was very impressed with Russia and the Russian people. That's great. I hope you had a wonderful, I don't know where you went to, but yeah. I encourage everybody to raise your hand a bit, never let go. Sorry. Yeah, I encourage everybody to come and see for yourself. Come and see if you believe the propaganda. Very easy to come to Russia. Oh, I'm saying it's not very easy. You've got to get a visa, but I mean, it's not that difficult, you know. Go and get yourself a visa, come and visit the place and see for yourself. Don't be scared. There is no bears hiding behind every lamppost. There is no KGB following you around. People keep saying about KGB. Well, KGB hasn't existed for about 35 years, you know. Come on, get real. We're not being bombarded with Ukrainian drones every night, you know. So, you know, it's not quite how they make it out in the media, is it? It's because they like to lie and keep everybody frightened, keep Russia the big baddie, as always, you know. I'm a felon. Oh, well, yeah, okay. I don't know what kind of felon you are, but you'd have to ask them there, the consulate, what... it's okay, I like bears. I like bears, but I don't want to meet one in the forest. Crep visa was very easy to get. Yeah, it is. You know, yeah, KGB, it's crazy. Oh, it's FSB now, and they don't follow people around. It's not how it was. I mean, his car. So yeah, complete and utter nonsense. With that, I can hear him coming behind me. I'm creeping along behind me there. And he's got a Renault, I think it is a Renault, his car. Is it a Renault? Yeah, Renault, I think. There we go.
Репортаж ведешь?
А?
Репортаж ведешь?
Что пока?
Говоришься туда?
Да. Конечно.
Завтра подъедем.
Хорошо, давай. But it's a Honda Creta. Is it a Honda Creta? Honda Creta. There we go. And it's the US that won't let me leave, unfortunately. I'm sorry, Dean, and I don't know. You would have to go to the Russian consulate and ask them. There's one in, I believe, DC, and another one I've forgotten now. You'd have to go and ask them what the thing is on criminal records to visit here. Not everybody banned. It depends if it's something petty like stealing sheets from the local shop, then obviously that don't count. But if you've murdered somebody, then yeah, they ain't gonna let you in, unfortunately. There's nothing I can do about that. I'm sorry. You sound almost British sometimes. That's because I am British. At least you didn't splash you. No, he's a nice fella. That's Igor and Yulia. They actually live up there. They're the ones who built the house up there some years, or long before me. But it's a summer residence. You know, they've got an outdoor pool there and stuff, and whatever. It's very nice. Lovely couple. They're just slightly older than me. I'm 56, and I think Igor there is 67, so a bit older than me. But yeah, lovely couple, and good friends of ours. Been for a long time. So it's and that's actually that's my neighbour there. They are from Tajikistan originally. They've got an old larder there sitting there, been sitting rusting there for a while. But they built that about 4 years ago. But again, they're Muslims. I'm nothing. My wife is supposed to be Christian, though she doesn't. Some of her language is not exactly Christian. She uses a lot of swear words. But anyway, Do you speak any other language of Russian? No, just Russian English. You're still a young chicken for because it's still young. Young chicken. Yeah, kinda. No, I don't feel very young. The woods are crazy, cozy. I think once I get up to Novgorod and show you up there, we've got a lake beside the house up there. It's only about 100 meters from the house. It is absolutely beautiful. I really, I know they say, you know, when you see YouTube videos, it's always Moscow and St. Petersburg. I know that. I realise that. They very rarely show Velika Novgorod and Novgorod. But it really is a wonderful town up there, and I'm going to show you all that later on. I will live stream from Velika Novgorod. I will live stream from Staraya Russa. I did actually do a very short live stream from one of my very first live streams from Staraya Russa when I was catching the bus up there. It is on there, so you have to hunt down and find it through the live streams. But it is a wonderful town. I absolutely love it up there. Cool, hang with you. I'm out of here. Go enjoy Russia. Yes, you too. Have a great day. Any good fish in it? In that one, I don't know. It's only a small pond. But what I can tell you is that we are also about 12 kilometers from Lake Ilmen. Lake Ilmen is about 50 kilometers long. It's a huge lake. It's like almost like an inland sea, and there's every kind of fish in there. Again, once we get settled up there and we get a boat on the water, and we will go live streaming straight from the lake at some point. They kill everybody. It's not like them. They're people too for centuries. You take care. You take care as well. I'm not sure who you're referring to there, but anyway, come on, you two. But anyway, hope you're all having a really nice Sunday. That's not doing anything. All right. Oh, there we go. My ugly mug. So I hope you're having a lovely Sunday wherever you are in the world. Hope you're having a peaceful weekend. Get rest ready for work tomorrow, or school, or whatever it is whatever it is you're doing in life. And I'm gonna head off and I'm gonna relax here. I'm not gonna do much today. Road is better there. I'm gonna relax today and not do a lot. I will do a live stream tomorrow morning, probably walking the dogs, but I'm not gonna kick the ass out of it like I have been doing, because, like I said, I've had my warning about a heart attack, so I'm not gonna do that. Take my time, and I'll see you lot, whoever's on, in the next live. Don't forget to subscribe to me now, or you go to the gulag, not a time-out gulag, but the permanent gulag. You put electric things on your nipples, you know, probes, you know, electric fire. So in the gulag. So, hello from California. Hello to you. You're late to the party. I'm about to close down. But anyway, have a great day Sunday. Peace to everybody. If you've got a parent who's still alive, or a brother, or even a sister, or something, do something nice for them. If you can't do that, give them a phone call and say, "How you doing, brother, sister, mum? How you doing, mum?" And I'm sure they'll be really, really happy to hear from you. Just couple of nice words makes their day. So have a great day, everybody. I'm out.